So I wanted to do a quick comparison here with this ANYTONE 878 radio versus this FT3DR radio. Both these radios have been off for several hours, and I wanted to do a test to see which one would get a satellite fix on GPS quicker, and just kind of talk about some of the comparisons between the two. So the ANYTONE, the GPS is on as soon as I turn the rig on. I'm going to double check that when I turn on just to make sure that it is in fact on. But if it's on the on position, it most likely is on. The Yaesu, I know I already set it up to have the GPS on, so it will be on as soon as I turn it on. So we'll see how they go. So for the FT3, I'm going to turn it on now. Just note that as soon as I touch this button, the GPS is on. I got to just verify it for this one. So FT3D is on. ANYTONE is on. That blinking symbol means that it's looking for satellites to fix too. Let me give the ANYTONE another 3 or 4 minutes to boot up properly. Okay, there we go. And here you see if it's not red, that means that there is no satellite fix. So here we got a satellite fix on the FT3. Let me verify that GPS is on here. Being that I see the symbol, it would tell me that it is actually on, but let me just verify that. Okay, it is in fact on. Still just kind of waiting for the signal to go. So this ANYTONE, I gotta say it's a terrible radio. I paid about $350 for this and $250 for this. I was really attracted to all the features: DMR, APRS, digital APRS, the form factor, the battery. In those regards, I do like the sound. I do like the form factor. I do like the ruggedness of it. It does appear to be a fairly sturdy radio. Still waiting on a satellite fix. But just the programming is just a complete garbage. I had this radio on the air in minutes, working APRS. You can see how easy it is to access the APRS function. You just hit display. There's the APRS menu. Whoops. Back that up one. Here's the APRS menu. You could change things like your symbol, your position comment right from here. Your signal path, or your digipath as this one calls it. There's some preset ones, but there's also ones that I made, like this one I made to contact the ISS, and it's no hassle. You don't got to worry about what firmware version you have, or if there's a comma, or if it's wide 1.1, or what have you. You just set the parameters that you want for your analog APRS, and you just go. The radio will just make you successful. This one was just nonstop. Let's see if we have a satellite fix. Nonstop headaches. I turned it on, tried to program it, went to the APRS menu, changed every possible freaking parameter. I got guys telling me, "Oh yeah, you're using the updated firmware. You got to downgrade to 1.21, or you got to upgrade to 1.22, or try this code plug. This code plug works fine. You're just retarded, and you don't know what you're doing." It's not as if I've never programmed radios. I've been programming dozens and dozens of radios that I bought, because I kind of like to experiment and see which ones work best. This FT3 doesn't do everything that I wish it would do, but it is pretty awesome in its own right. Still no satellite fix. But I mean, you want to know what satellites you're tracking? It'll just straight tell you. I'm already tracking like almost a dozen satellites. It's beaconing APRS on its own. It's just awesome. Touchscreen, easy menu. This one is just nonstop headaches. Here, if I want to get onto wires X or whatever, all you got to do is tune to the frequency that you have your wires X set to, and you press this red button. Done. I mean, there's nothing else. If you don't have the right transmitting mode, it'll just change it for you to the right one. Super easy. I mean, this one is just non-stop trash, and I guarantee it doesn't have a satellite fix. Nope. Even this Wushin radio I bought for satellite contacts, it has true dual receive. Again, it's on the air in moments. It was easy to program. I got all my satellites in there already. I mean, it's just a great radio. It's well built, IP67. It can do crossband repeat, all kinds of cool stuff, and it's got an awesome form factor too, and a good lithium battery. So this is like half the price of this. Granted, it's not a DMR radio, it doesn't have APRS, but I could buy a $20 cable and plug this into my cell phone and transmit APRS just fine. I've been able to do that with a number of my Baofangs too, and transmit APRS, but the ANYTONE, not a freaking chance. And you got guys telling me, oh, well, your symbol is wrong, or some weird change your pre-wave, or I've changed all those parameters incrementally ad nauseum, and then loaded the code plug, and then waited for this stupid thing to get a satellite fix, which it still hasn't gotten a satellite fix. And it just finally, when it's able to beacon, I beacon, and it sounds like it's beaconed. It sounds like it made the tone. You can look at my other videos that I posted on this page, but it just doesn't happen. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. Can I get it to work? I'm sure I can get it to work if I, dedicate enough time and energy to it. But why? Why not spend the extra $100 and just be on the air, just making it happen? Like, what if there was an emergency right now and I needed to contact somebody or shoot out an APRS beacon for whatever reason? Cannot do it with this radio. We don't even have a satellite fix to even try to see if it works yet. I mean, it's just trash. I mean, if this is what you could afford, I understand that, and it can be fun to tinker with something like this to see if you can get it to work. If that's what you're into, great, but don't expect it to be easy to do or without a learning curve. All these radios have learning curves, but this is just beyond the pale. It's to the point where there's no consensus on what works or not, because people are posting their code plug screenshots. None of them are the same. None of it makes sense. It all depends on what code plug you started with, or what firmware you're using, or what your CPS version you're using, or whatever. Just trash. I cannot recommend this radio to anybody. It's straight garbage, and we still don't have a fix, so I'm just going to shut it down. This one got a fix in like 3.5 seconds. This one, I'm 7 minutes into this video, no satellite fix. So I can't even test analog APRS if I want right now. And then when I do test it, let me just go back to my code plug and change one other minute parameter that shouldn't make a difference, like putting a comma between the signal paths, or changing the symbol, or what other nonsense that radio wants me to do. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This radio is trash. If you like it, good for you, but I like how people are trying to insult my intelligence, say, oh, you just don't know what you're doing. If you want to think that of me, that's fine. I don't care. Like I said, I've programmed plenty of radios. Just even if it does eventually work for me, it wasn't worth the effort. The juice is not worth the squeeze. They need to go back to the drawing board. It's a half-baked approach. The Bridgecom guys, I give them props. They're trying to, we want to make you successful, all this other garbage, but like, that shouldn't be a thing. If you want them to be successful, make a product that works and is easy to use, and you'll have better customers. You won't have to scramble and have universities to try to get your radio to work, and then you have all these support groups that, even though everyone's saying, oh, this is a great radio, you look at the page and there's like 7,000 questions and comments of why doesn't this work? What happened here? What am I doing? And then you look at the comments section, everyone's got a different idea of why that is, what's going wrong, what parameter they're not setting right. It's just nonsense. ANYTONE, trash. Don't buy it. It's my recommendation. Do with that what you will.